Onabas Hussain here from FightHype.com, and I'm here with none other than Ben Davison. Ben, we're here, we've all sort of come to a very fancy hotel in London because there's a big announcement. Tyson Fury is back, and obviously you're the man who's training him at the moment. Yeah. First of all, how you doing, man? How you doing? You looking good? You looking good? Looking smart?
Yeah, well, that's a compliment. Thank you very much. But I'm good. I'm happy. Like I say, he's back, and June 9th, everybody will be tuning in and looking forward to it.
Talk to me how this sort of partnership between you and Tyson came about. You're relatively a very young trainer, somebody who many people don't know about. Yeah. So obviously we've not got to know you quite well. How did this partnership come about?
Well, I've worked with Billy Joe for a long time, Billy Joe Saunders, and obviously it was well documented. Tyson wasn't in a great place a year ago, and I went over on a training camp with Billy Joe, and Billy Joe invited him over, and it all started from there really, and we gelled straight away, and we've been working together full time since about December.
Obviously it's been well documented that Tyson Fury has had sort of mental issues in the past, and he seems to have recovered from them, but he said you've been living with him for the last 5 months. You've seen how he's changed physically and mentally. What can you tell us how he's changed from the person that you saw him 5 months ago to what he is now?
Well, everybody can see the physical, and but the most important is the mental, you know. And I've said it over and over today. But the key factor has been keeping him mentally stimulated. You know, whether that's I'm always setting him goals. Whether that's in his strength and conditioning session, I might set him goals or give him limitations. Or whether it's a sparring session, setting him goals, giving him limitations, it keeps him mentally stimulated. And it's good for me because if I'm trying to add something to his arsenal, giving him limits and setting him goals helps him learn to trust those things, you know. And it's been a great partnership. We've gelled very well, and I'm looking forward to it, really.
I think somebody asked a question in the press conference on how Tyson Fury's style might have changed. He just said it's going to bring more pain. What do you see in Tyson Fury that was the old Tyson Fury to what he is now? What's changed?
Well, that's what everybody's tuning in for, you know. Everybody's tuning in to see.
Come on, Ben, we need to know some things, man. You can't keep...
Everybody's tuning in to see how Tyson looks, you know. But like Frank said there, you know, we're looking at 3 to 4 fights before putting him back in the absolute elite. But like I said, you know, it's going to take time although we've got a fantastic relationship, he'll revert back to what he knows if he isn't comfortable with them. So it's going to take a few fights for him to trust more, get comfortable, and for those to become his unconscious reactions to certain scenarios. So in 3 to 4 fights, should be looking at the best of Tyson.
There's a lot of names bandied about. There's Shannon Briggs, there's been like David Price, whatever names have been bandied about. What's the sort of opponents you want to see him face in the next 2 to 3 fights?
The most important thing is rounds. Obviously, you know, like I say, we want someone that we can learn to adapt with, you know, as we're making these changes to him. So the opponent's got to be right. But the most important thing is rounds.